Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into North Dakota today. Well, like we mentioned earlier in the show, spooky season is officially upon us. Kathryn Anderson, a forever agent with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties, is here to help you unravel your fears of buying a home this fall. Welcome, Kathryn.
Thanks for having me back.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for being here. So I know that interest rates are a really hot topic right now, and they seem to be spooking buyers a little bit. Historically speaking, what is really going on with these rates?
Yeah, so buyers that are getting scared are really only looking at what interest rates were 2 years ago. So when you're looking at that, yes, interest rates right now look a little bit higher. So what I want people to do is look at what interest rates have been all the way back. So I brought a graph here today to show you the last 50 years. 30-year interest rates have been up and down for 50 years. You can see they've peaked in the teens, and they've been as far down as that 2 and 3% that we saw a few years ago. The average over those 50 years was 7.74%.
Wow.
So we're at average right now. Experts are predicting that in Q1 of next year, interest rates might go down 1%. Some are saying maybe 1% to 2%. But seeing those 2 to 3% interest rates again is highly unlikely. So when I hear people say, I'm going to buy a house when interest rates are 3% again, I want you to keep in mind that all experts are saying it's probably not going to happen again. Those happened because we were in a global pandemic. There were so many unknowns. So keep that in mind. Don't set yourself up for failure waiting for something that's most likely not going to happen.
So you really wouldn't recommend people to wait then?
It all depends on their situation.
Absolutely. Well, so what would you really say to, kind of calm those fears that people have?
Yeah, so people that are thinking that they want to wait, I want them to keep in mind that those interest rates are like a dam, and all of the water that's being held behind that dam are all those buyers that are waiting for interest rates to go down. So when that dam breaks, when the interest rates go down, we're going to have an influx of buyers, just like we saw 2 or 3 years ago when interest rates were at their lowest. So all the homes were selling super fast. Multiple offers, you had to have no contingencies, and that's what could happen if you wait for interest rates to drop. We're going to have so many people competing for those same homes. So you don't have to be scared, you just need to be prepared. You need to prepare yourself mentally that you're going to be in multiple offer situations. You're going to have few to no contingencies on your offers, and you're going to have to be willing to work with those sellers because they're going to be what's driving that market. So you just need to be prepared, you don't need to be scared.
Are there any incentive programs to help calm buyers' fears if they're looking to buy right now?
Yeah, so there are plenty of incentives for both existing home sales and new construction home sales. There are buyers that are offering buy down for interest rates to help their homes more affordable. You can sellers are offering to pay closing costs to use towards that interest rate buy down as well, and you're really able to negotiate.
Absolutely, and this is something that you can really help guide people through this process, correct?
Yeah, so what my advice is for people that are wondering what it looks like to wait versus to buy now. I have a graph to show kind of a side-by-side. So Sean Carlson with Town and Country Credit Union put an example of $318,000 is the purchase price of that home, which is our average sales price in our area right now. They're putting 5% down, and they locked in an interest rate of 7.49%, which is what that interest rate was on Friday. And their principal and interest payment is $2,110. Now, if you wait for interest rates to drop, that's going to make those home sale prices go up. So we estimated about 15%. So that purchase price is now going to be $365,000. You're putting that same 5% down, but you have a 6% interest rate. And your principal and interest payment is going to be about $2,078 a month. So that's only a difference of $30 a month. So people who say they can't afford a house right now because of the interest rates, you need to look at the bigger picture. The purchase price is going to go up as interest rates go down. So it's really not going to make that big of a difference for you for your monthly payment. But you can't say there's one right answer for anybody. If you're looking for your forever home, you're going to be in that home for 20 to 30 years. It might be in your best interest to wait for interest rates to go down because over the lifetime of that loan, you're going to pay less interest. If you're looking for your home for right now, if you're a first-time home buyer, that 7 to 5 year average is what you're going to be in that house. Buying now when the prices are low might be in your best interest because what we saw from July of 2021 to to July of 2022, when interest rates were the lowest, our average sale price skyrocketed, $32,000.
Wow.
And from 2022 to 2023, that average sales price went up $9,000. So if you buy now while prices are low, your equity is going to build really quick. And a lot of people use that equity that they have as a down payment towards their next home. So keep that in mind. I'm happy to walk through what would be best for you, because there's no right answer for anybody.
Yes, well, this has been great having you on this morning. I know that I definitely learned something.
Good.
Yeah, so how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, my phone number is 701-318-3536.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. All right, everyone, stick around. We have a fun fall activity that you can still get in on after the break.